Good afternoon. Today is the 25th of May and this is part 3 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the Enfield Pageant of motoring. I do apologise in advance if there's any wind noise, if there's any background noise. I got interrupted a great deal by announcements in the first two parts, which is very annoying. It's more annoying for me than it is for you, I assure you. But we will continue the best we can, but I don't promise anything. We might fall over, might get things wrong, which has happened a lot so far. And it might just be a terrible video, it's just the way that goes on this channel. So we've ended up at the Mercedes-Benz Club London region stand here, and there's a very nice W123 here. I think this is the top of the range W123 that you could actually get in 1981. It's a 280e automatic. 0 to 60 is not great though. It's still like 12 seconds in this, which is, you know, shows these weren't really built for speed, but they are considered by some people to be the best Mercedes-Benz ever made. It's a debatable thing, but yeah. Then we have a very nice 300 SL. This is a 1987 or 1988 on an E. It's a later example, discontinued I think in 1989, these cars. But nice long production life and nice classic design. Very Dempsey and make piece. And then we've got something even more classic, 1971 to 72, 280 SE, 3.5 litre. Very, very attractive car indeed. Reminiscent of sort of mid-60s Mercedes-Benz. It's funny that actually these two cars date from the same year, both on K registration, but they're sort of a generation apart. This is what I would personally deem the first generation of S-Class. It's a W108 or something, this, and they were discontinued in, I think, 1972. This is a 280 SE automatic, and it's very nice. I mean, this would have been a very, very expensive car when it was new. Then we've got something altogether more modern. I forget the model code for these, but this is an SL. I think it's from the sort of mid-2000s, actually. Is this an SL55 AMG? Might well be. And then we've got another R107 Mercedes-Benz SL here. Again, later one. Let's have a look at the back and just check the model designation for this one. That is a 420 SL. It's a rare one, isn't it? Then we've got another one of these, W108, W109, I can't remember. Again, 71, 72 on a K. I think this again is a 280 SE. Always a little friend in there. Hello. A bit nervous. Oh, but someone's got a Panama hat on the back. That is a good idea. I'm wearing mine today. Nice colour. I love the colour of this one, the other one actually. Another CLK. Excuse me. CLK. This one I think is what we call an A209. You might remember. It's 55 AMG one. And then a nice Pagoda 230 SL. Left-hand drive, an automatic. Most of them I see are automatic. I did make a manual, but you could also get an auto. Oh, I completely missed the information sheet. Let's just read that. It's 66, that one. I don't know why they kept changing the engine. I think they just kept increasing the size of it. This one is the original spec with 230. They are just such nice cars, these. Beautifully handsome cars. Talking of that CLK though, I think we've got another one here from the same kind of generation. I think again this is the C209, this one will be. This is the 200 compressor. I think this was the base model from memory. Again, as I've said in previous parts, this is supposed to be a pre-2000 show, but if you were part of a car club you can bring a new car in. Final generation E300 Cabriolet. I think these have been discontinued now, I think. I wonder if that's got a 4-cylinder engine. I think a 300's with a 4-cylinder engine actually, but I could be wrong. And then an R127 SL. This is an SL 500. 1997, 1998 on an R. With some AMG wheels on it. And then brand new 2024 A180 Saloon. I have filmed an I think an A200, I think it was, this sort of 5-door. But yeah, I mean, why not? Show a good range of models. And then a B180 2020, 2021. And another one of this shape of, I want to call them an S-Class, but technically they're not. But I always think of them as the first generation of S-Class. I wonder if this is also a 280 SE like the other two. Yeah, well no, it's a 250 SE, this one, 67. And then another R107, this is a 450 SL this time. 1978, 1979 on a T. Quite different in terms of the choice of interior fabric and stuff, but largely the same as the later ones. Right, next stand. I don't actually know what this stand is here, viewers, at all. I think it's sort of custom car club. I don't quite know why you want to customise a second generation Hyundai Accent, but here we go. That's a Mark 8 Fiesta, actually, that one. And a very nice Lexus. I think that's second generation IS. I've driven one of those, and they're honestly really good. Oh, it's an ISF. Oh, that's a rare car. One of only 2 petrol engines ever offered with that generation of IS. The normal one is it's a V6, which I enjoyed very much when I drove one last year. I think it's a CT200H, isn't it? But an F Sport version, which I didn't know you could get. I don't think you got any more power necessarily with that, but there we go. What's it at 12? A very, very late Mini here. This is one of the very last ones with W. You do see them actually on 51 plates sometimes, but this is one of the. This is a Cooper. It's probably a Cooper. It's been modified. 2000, and then no, it's a nice FD RX7, but it's a badge an F&E, which is a brand that Mazda never marketed over here. Mazda decided, for reasons best known to themselves, in the early 90s they were going to brand everything with 3 different brands within the Mazda empire, which was a complete and utter failure. We never really got them over here, but they did sell some of them in Japan. One of them I think they didn't even bring up, with F&E Unos, Marty, and there's one more, AutoZone, that's it. I don't think a Marty ever made it, but the other 3 were used. Then a very nice CRX Del Sol is sometimes called, or in this country I think they've badged a Civic CRX, like this one. That's a VTI, it's the most desirable one with, I think it's 158 brake horsepower, 1.6 engine. And a Hyundai Sonata. I've actually driven one of these. Well, not this one. It was a different one, also an automatic like this one. They're very, very comfortable. They're nice, comfy cars, those ones. Right, next stand. Is this like an M? No, it's not even an MVI. It's just a GSI. This one. I was wondering if it was the most powerful version, but it's not. It's a 1.3 GSI. So what's going on with that? I don't know. So we have the North London MG Club here. Lots and lots of MGBs and midgets as expected. Starting off with this one. 1971-72 MGB. Just after they had the fish mouth grill, so probably 72 that one. I have to stand at this. I hope so. I've actually mown the grass here to make it nicer to walk on, which I appreciate. This one's a little bit earlier, before the fish mouth. Actually, this one. It's a 1970 fish mouth grill. Didn't really last well, did it? So if we can find the car which has it. Then midget. I think this is a Mark 3. 72, 73 on an L. 1960 MGA 1600 in Chariot Red. And then another MGB. Actually, that's got a later grille in it. They shouldn't have that grille. It should have the one similar to the blue car we just saw. 72, 73. And then another MGA. this one as well, that is also a 1600. And then, favourite of all, an MGR V8. That's more like it, viewers. Yes, very tasty. Beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. Very much. That is a tasty car. Anything was tasty at the back here? Well, we've got MGC here, so, you know, that'll do, won't it? 6869 and G, that one. And then this looks very much like, actually, a standard specification MGB GT V8. I don't know about the front spoiler, but these are the correct wheels for it, actually, as well, which is fantastic. 1974, this one. They were made from 1973 to 76. You do see some of these on road bumpers as well. This one is a 71. That should have the fish map grill on it, actually, but it's got a different grill on it. And then this one is a much earlier one. This is a 65, this one. For some reason registered in the UK in 69. Oh, it's the Pageant line. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, it's for sale. Please contact Bill on 07887 693 128. Excellent. Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says that this could be yours. Then we have, well, let's have the bumpers taken off. I quite like the way that we've got some detailed information about most of these cars. 71, this has had a V8 put in it. Well, like the V8 that I drove back in January, which has had several engines. This has also had 3 different engines in it. And then MG3, this is Sport. I thought the Sport's a different seat to me. This to me looks like a Style. Pretty Style Lux, actually. Yeah, it's got the parking sensor. This is actually a Style Lux rather than a Sport. This is a 17 to 18. And it's after they changed the engine to Euro 6. It's got a little sort of chrome strip on the grille. Yes, sir. Can you tell us to own one of these myself? 72, 73 MGB. Let's have a look and see what grille we've got today. Oh, is that the fish mouth grille? I don't think it is, though. The fish mouth grille is different from that. And then a couple of bumpers, 78, 79 a T, and 77, 78 on an S. But why they've put number plate as high as that, I don't know. One of the great mysteries of life. We've got some side valve and even earlier Fords here. This one I believe is yes, side valve Anglia. This is a very nice original condition. Normally these have been modified. This one has not. That'll be between, I think, 53 and 59 they made those. Next to it, something altogether older looking. Let's have a look at the badge at the front. Yeah, this is the earlier Anglia. Be sort of immediately post-war. And then this, I think this is the Popular, which went alongside the. I think this was a square design of the side valve Anglias like that one. This went alongside them, but they were Britain's cheapest car. I'm surprised how many actually remain, considering they were the cheapest car you could buy in the 50s. And then we've got the Prefect, which is a bit like the sort of older Anglia here, but it's got 4 doors. Is this another Popular, viewers? Yes, it is. Again, I think most of them were black because that was the cheapest colour to make them in, or something. And we've got some pre-war stuff here. I don't really know much about it. I just have to read on the grills or information sheet. That's a Ford 8. And then I think another Ford 8, but a slightly different type. Again, I can't remember what those are called. Oh yes, the Y and C models. Okay, it's a good giveaway. This one, does it actually say what colour it is? It doesn't actually say. Yeah, I'm afraid without the information sheet, stuff like this, I haven't got a clue what it is. So we'll continue before my ignorance is discovered. Ooh, a Singer. That's very nice, isn't it? 1934 Singer 11 horsepower saloon, one of only 6 known remaining examples. That is very nice. Is this a Singer 9? Might be. A friend of mine used to own a 1934 Singer 9 Le Mans, that actually had competed at Le Mans. And then we've got something altogether a bit later here. I think that is a Singer Gazelle convertible. It's based on the Hillman Links, the Audax Hillman Links. It's in 1960. And another Singer, that'd be a 20s one, won't it? Sorry, 31 it says there, Singer Junior. And we got information on here, actually information is that side of this one. Expiring 39, so I imagine this will be like a 38 or something. Well, actually, whilst we're having a look at that, we'll have a look at this Singer Vogue. This is the kind of late Vogue. Before the Arrow type came in, we've got the sort of squared off rear window on this. Based on the Hillman Super Minx. I think we call this a Mark III from memory. And then at the back we've got a Sunbeam Talbot 90. It's a very, very pretty car. That's very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Very sort of typical colour of the time. It's Mark IIA. But yeah, very, very sort of 50s. A bit more optimistic than the black that most cars seem to come in at the time. 53 that one is. So if you go around this side, perhaps we'll be able to see some more information about this particular one. Right, so we can get down this side now. Say 1939 Singer Super 10. It's all of these. I just wonder how you actually get parts of something like this. They're so old and they're not common. You know, it must be something that you just do because you enjoy it. There's no really money in something like that. Fantastic. This stand is called Southern Bootleggers. I imagine it's mainly American cars. Yeah, mainly American cars. Although this Ford Zodiac is made in Britain. The Mark II Zodiac. These were made from 1956 until 1962. Oh, I almost impaled myself on something on the ground there, viewers. There's always a danger of that kind of thing happening in these slightly shambolic shuffles. Yeah, fuel filler is in the middle, like on a Mark IV. And then I think this is a Chevy C10. From memory. Not that I know anything about American cars, to be honest with you. I don't know anything about them at all. 67 that one is. And we've got, I think, an immediately pre-war Ford. Actually, that's right-hand drive. That's interesting. I don't know what on earth this is at all. Does it even say anywhere? No, it's immediately pre-war. It doesn't look very British to me, but I could be wrong. I just don't know anything about things like this at all. Absolutely nothing. So there we go. And then we've got a Plymouth Sports Suburban here with a rear window that lowers and some seats in the back. That actually doesn't look too cramped in there compared with the old Volvo 240. I used to travel as a child in the back like that. So 273 on it now. And then a 1967 Ford Galaxy 500. Excellent. Next to a Chevy Camaro. It'd be sort of 7980 on a V. Similar to the Pontiac Firebird that was used in Rockford Files and then Smoking a Bandit, but not exactly the same. And a Triumph GT6, 1970-73, that'll be a Mark III. And then a Ford Anglia would be something from the late 40s, but obviously modified into a hot rod type thing. Then a 1987 Chevy. It's an 87, but it's on an 82, 83 plate, so I don't know what's going on there. Who knows? It's a Malibu Classic. There's the back of the Anglia. We'll have a look at the information sheet, not information sheet, this is for sale sign on here. So this Chevy is for sale, 07421 234 102. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. This big truck, I have no idea what year that is. It's just sort of there, which is nice. Just realised I skipped this entire stand earlier on. It's the early V8 Ford Club of America. I thought these V8 pilots were built in Dagenham as well as America, though. They seem to be right-hand drive, so I don't know what's going on here, but never mind. I've never seen so many of these cars here before. I've seen V8 pilots before, but I didn't realise there was so many left over here. There's like, how many of them? There's 6 just on this stand. Wow. These were made immediately sort of post-war. You see them kind of sometimes in sort of British gangster films of the early 50s. Yeah, I mean they're sort of much larger and more luxurious than some of the other Fords. We just saw a whole display of kind of other Fords of this sort of era, and they're nothing like these, are they? Let's take a look at the interior of one of them. Look at that. That looks very, very sort of 40s, doesn't it? This one over here, I've got an information sheet, so that might sort of help a little bit in identifying things a bit more. It's 1950. This is the exhibition car. Wow. Excellent. Supplied by Wood & Lamp in North London. Chrome is all original. Let's think about just how old this car is. So it's 2024 now. So this car's 74 years old. Wow. It's crazy. Right, let's now move on to the cars that were more popular in this country at the time, which is the Morris Minors. There are lots of them here. I knew there would be. Actually got some information sheets on some of these. 1969 Morris 1000 Traveller, Trafalgar Blue. Trafalgar Blue is a very common colour on the late Minors. Even one of them in this colour. That one be about 61 because you can see it's got the wiper that still meets in the middle. 1967 Morris Minor 2-door. This one is a very late Minor actually. It's a 70 or 71 this one. Yeah, 1970. They made a lot of these as panda cars. I think it's because they were cheap or something. Towards the end, and you could just create them by putting 2 white doors on a pale blue car. It's pretty handy. 1968-69 Traveller. This I think is I think it's the 50s, that one. This one is I think a late Series MM or early Series 2. And we've got 57 one here, so this is a early Morris 1000 with the 948cc would be. 803 was a bit earlier. Then this is a 1098 Traveller 68-69. This is probably being again a 948 with the wipers that meet in the middle, about 1960 or so. And there's Doris for Morris at 65. 2-door saloon. We've got the correct steering wheel here because the steering wheel changed October 64. Yes, that is the correct steering wheel as well. A lot of people don't like those. And we've got another one of the early 1000s, be a 948cc car. And another one of the same sort of type. Another one of the same sort of type. There's a lot more actually here of the kind of early Morris 1000s I thought there would be. The 1.1 litre engine was introduced in 1962. Right, next section. Let's look at some commercial vehicles. Hopefully they've got petrol engines in them. So, early Bedford TK. This is a TK drop side. 60s perhaps. Then this is a different type of Bedford. This has actually got a 1970 576 plate on it because with these, they did make them in various parts of the world. I think it's still in the 1980s. So yeah, about mid-70s that one. And then some Bedford CAs. 1961 Bedford CA tipper. 1968, 1969. Sorry, 68 this one is. Bedford CA. It's a weird thing. It's like a removal van or something. A unique 1960 Bedford CA with provenance. Wow. The visibility on that looked absolutely dreadful. That is another CA. That one was a removal van. 68, and this is a early one, isn't it? It's a 56. More conventional looking CA here. What year is this one? No, it's Wikipedia page. Remain a mystery. And then we'll go on to some others here, some old commercials. 1962 Austin Loaderstar. I've never heard of one before. Again, a removal van type thing. And a Ford E83W, which was the predecessor to, I think, the van that was based on those square side valve Fords. Morris 8. Don't know what year that is. 1963 Wolseley. I think this is one of the smaller Farina cars as opposed to the larger ones. Yeah, it's a 1560 from 1963. And then a Jaguar Mark II, I think that is. Maybe 3.8 litre. Is this something very rare? It's an all-burn speedster, I think that is. Even the 30s, that is a very rare car. And then we've got something really nice. I think that's a Bentley S1 or S2 by James Young. Wow, very nice. 1975-76 Ford. Is this like an F-150? No, F-350 this one is. 350 Custom. Obviously be transporting something else today. It's a huge thing, isn't it? And then some Mustangs, because why not? Roush Mustang, that's a previous generation Mustang, I forget what it's called now. Oh, and a Pontiac GTO from 1969. Wasn't John DeLorean the person who introduced the GTO a few years earlier? And that's what the Mustang of the period looked like. 69 Mark 1. Pillarless coupe, that's nice. Can't say I've seen too many of these. Obviously you didn't sell them over here officially. Mustangs of course tend to be a bit more common. They're just better known, I think, possibly over here than the GTOs. That's 1970, I think. This is a 73. It looks a bit like one Dimes Off Rabbit, doesn't it? It's not. Oh, it's for sale. £35,000. Call 07980 746 617. Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power Channel says this could be yours. It's not quite my cup of tea, but some of you obviously will like that kind of thing. 1966. It's quite handy. Number plate says it is. If only every number plate that actually I see gave such detailed information about the car. That'd be nice. Then a number 66 Mustang. It's fastback, that one. And then a Ford Falcon Futura. This would be about what, 1964? No, 65 that one is. Wonderful. So early minor 1000, 948cc1. Then a Triumph Spitfire 1500, 77, 78. I guess, is that the mostly yellow? Oh, and a Toyota Zephyr 6 convertible just drove through. Because there's people coming and going all the time at this show. I'm going to be careful about some of the stuff on this stand views because I'm not sure we can talk about everything here. But what about this 2013 to 14 Audi RS5 convertible and an RS6? Can't remember what generation that is. I've just spotted something rather tasty, viewers, on one of the stands. So I think we're going to go to the next part now. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again very shortly for even more incorrect information.